I have a student who she's really lucky. She's an only child and she is able to travel and do really fun things with her family. And so we did a career unit and she had 3 things that she was really passionate about: photography, travel, and she likes to write. So I thought, okay, well, as a counselor, my typical go-to would be a travel agent or maybe a photographer. And, she's saying, Mrs. Mick, those are lame. And I'm like, I agree. I wish my career vocabulary was larger. But with SchoolAI, she was able to get in and really dig deep into what she wanted to be. So much so that at the middle of our lesson, she comes running over and she says, Mrs. Mick, I need a piece of paper right away. And I said, girlfriend, I gave you a front and back graphic organizer with questions. There is no way you're finished with this. And I went over, and this was a very detailed note-taking process that she had gone through. And I said, well, you have the whole thing done. Let's move on to the next part. And she said, no, I want to take notes home because I want to take it home to my parents and I want them to see what I'm up to. And I was like, very cool. I thought it couldn't get any better, but it did. She decided that she wanted to be a cultural journalist. So I'm like, National Geographic. She loves learning about cultures. She wants other people to learn more about cultures, which I think is fantastic. And at the end, she came up to me and said, okay, so I'm ready to get started on this career now. And I was like, okay, I love this enthusiasm, but pump the brakes, sister. I don't know what's going on. And she said, well, it told me some ways that I can get started with this career. And I said, well, what were they? And she said, well, a blog, but I'd need to ask my parents first. I was like, okay, great safety feature. Yes. Thank you, SchoolAI. And then it said I could journal or I could start scrapbooking. And she said, I have a journal. I have a scrapbook. I can do those things. And if they let me, I can blog. And then it got pushed even further. So she comes to me later, you know what? I think we could start a culture club. We've got a lot of kids at our school that are from different cultures. What if we could all get together? And I was like, I love this idea. And then I was able to kind of learn alongside her and then move forward.